given how difficult it has been to achieve global climate change goals, how do you approach this to get done what you need to get done, knowing how difficult it is across the world?
Well, it is difficult, but so is Solar Impulse, and they're already showing that investments there in technology can actually do amazing things, despite the fact that he couldn't hear us. But Andre and Bertrand, the other pilot, are truly showing what technology can do. So for Paris, what we're trying to do is we're trying to marry the advance of policy with the advance of technology and the advance of finance. All of those need to actually advance together in order to be able to get us onto the 2-degree pathway that seems rather impossible, but it was also impossible just 2 years ago to fly around the world with no fuel, just on solar. So, you know, when we unleash human ingenuity, we can make the impossible very possible.
All right. Well, that sounds great. But let me like put a little something to that. Like you could pencil out the improvements in solar and imagine, hey, everyone's going to have solar on their rooftop in Africa, and everyone's going to have a $100,000 Tesla, and then our problems with emissions are going to be substantially reduced. But that probably wouldn't be a realistic way to make goals for a summit that's going to happen in just a few months from now. How do you marry the possibility of technology with the reality of the slow adoption of some technology?
Well, actually, they are walking hand in hand. So the reality is that even just last year, more than half of the new generation investment was already into renewables. You already have last year 10 times as many patents being filed for renewables than you do for traditional fossil fuels. And the IEA, the International Energy Agency, has just released a report that tells us by 2030, that is only 15 years from now, the renewables will be the leading source. And solar, just to look at solar, let alone, you know, wind and all of the others, but just solar has had an absolutely incredible price drop, 80% price drop since 2008, and increasing in its efficiency. And then, of course, to be added to that, the incredible investments that are being done in storage, because that's the weakness of solar or of any other renewables, right? What do you do? What do you do with that excess energy when you're not using it? Because you have to be able to use it when the sun is not shining or when the wind is not blowing. So, you know, the combination of the investment into solar coming down and battery development is absolutely a very, very powerful combination.